Hi, this is Karen. Today I want to talk about 13 kitchen hacks that I use to make fattening recipes Weight Watcher friendly. The first one is to cook in Pam. Use Pam or cook your food without any fat, and then at the end you put the fat on it or the sauce or whatever. So you're not wasting your fat in the cooking process. So for example, I would make scrambled eggs and I would cook the scrambled eggs in Pam. And then at the end, I'd use 7/8 of a teaspoon, because 7/8 of a teaspoon is 1 point on the blue plan, to melt over the eggs, because I wanted the butter flavor. So it would be 1 point. Instead of cooking the eggs in the butter, you get the same flavor, but it's only 1 point. So that's one of the things. The other thing is to cook things in bouillon or water, and then do what I said, either use oil or butter or whatever it is at the end, and then just use very little bit of it. You don't need a lot at the end because you can really taste it. It's all about the flavor. Okay, so the next one is, when I make my recipes, I look at my point calculator on Weight Watchers, and if I can, you've probably heard me say this in my videos. If I can move the ingredient up without costing me more points, then I will do that. So if I can get, a teaspoon and a half of something that's more fattening, and it seems to help the recipe, then I'll do that. Or if I get below, like 1 teaspoon, we were just talking about butter. 1 teaspoon of butter is 2 points on Weight Watchers on the blue plan. 7/8 of a teaspoon is only 1 point. So I will, try to keep it down like that. That's what I'll do. Another is you have to have a really good nonstick pan. If you don't have a good nonstick pan, forget about it. It's very important to have a really good nonstick pan. I will have some links of good nonstick pans in the description below. Okay, number 4. Bulk up recipes with 0-point foods like non-fat Greek yogurt, eggs, vegetables like grated zucchini. Experiment with these things. Try using more of this to bulk it up, because they don't cost you anything. So if you're trying to switch out a recipe, try that. Number 5, fresh is best. You get more flavor if something is fresh or homegrown. If you get it from a farmer's market than if you buy it at the grocery store, or if it's canned. Canned has got to be the worst. So try to get fresh homegrown food. It's always better, and it'll have more flavor for 0 points. 6, use spices that punch up the flavor, because spices don't count. They don't cost you anything. If you're wondering what spices to use, if your dish is an ethnic dish, Google it and see what spices are used in that ethnicity, and use it and try different things and see what you like. Taste it, see if it tastes good. Number 7, try low point or low keto products, because oftentimes keto products are also low in point products. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. You got to try it and see what's good. Another trick that I do is I will heat up vegetables or whatever in the microwave, and then I will finish them in the pan that I've made my dish. So I'm not putting butter on those vegetables. I'm just getting the sauce and whatever I had in the pan on the vegetables, and it uses up, I already counted those points, and it makes the vegetables taste good, whatever vegetable you happen to be using. Try substituting fat-free or low-fat ingredients for full-fat ingredients. For example, in my tuna noodle casserole, I put 98% fat-free cream and mushroom soup. It was good. You can't even tell the difference in some of these foods. So I substituted that among other things, and so it's really good. If there's a really good substitute, try it and see if it's good. Some brands are better than others. Try different brands, because like I told you in one of my videos, Trader Joe's cream cheese is much better than Philadelphia. So I always use Trader Joe's. It's a better flavor. So if you're making a recipe with something that needs cream cheese, you want to use that. If you use the other, it's not going to be as good. Okay, where were we? Let's Okay, number 10, if you can, if you can't substitute the entire ingredient, then cut it in half, like butter. You know, sometimes you can get away with cutting the butter in half and then using a light margarine for the other half of the ingredient in your dish. So that helps cut down the points. And sometimes if you do that, once again, you can't even tell the difference. So that's another one. Experiment with different products. For example, I used to spend 4 points for my cream in my coffee every morning. 4 points is a lot of points when you're only getting 23 points. So I tried different things. I tried combinations of things, and I actually was able to get it down to 2 points because I got it down to 3 tablespoons of fat-free half and half and 3 tablespoons of sugar-free Italian coffee mate. And those were 2 points in a big cup of coffee. So I was really, really excited because that gave me 2 extra points. It's little things like that that kind of help. Another thing that I just found out recently is that if you buy center cut bacon, that is only 1 point per slice. I'm so excited. I love bacon. Whereas if you get regular bacon, it's like a lot more. It's like 2 points per slice, and I think in some kinds it's even more. Whatever you do, don't buy thick cut because that's even more. So, you know, that's a difference, you know, that can make it or break it sometimes. And whenever you're trying to get down these points so that when you do spend a lot of points, you're not, you know, going way off because you have the points. So when you eat low points, you know, when you do go out to dinner or you have a celebration or you have birthday cake, you can have it and you don't blow your whole diet. And the last thing is to use high-fat foods like bacon or sausage. I love Italian, you know, I'm Italian. I like Italian sausage as like a condiment in a dish instead of the whole dish. So if you're making something and that's like the main, you know, ingredient, try to use it so that it's not so much the main ingredient. You still get the flavor, add different things like, sorry about the train, like legumes, vegetables, things like that, and, you know, substitute. So you get the flavor, but you're not, you know, blowing it with that entire ingredient. And so that's my 13 cooking hacks for getting recipes Weight Watcher friendly. I hope you find them useful, and if you do, subscribe, put a thumbs up, and ring the bell. I hate saying this stuff, but you know, you got to do it. Bye.